Hello, friends, and welcome to this week's channeled message. Today's word we are channeling on is joy. Take a good look at this photo. Everything that you hear in today's message, I want you to open up your heart so you receive the most and sift everything through your own filter. This is for you to get in touch with your own intuition, for you to take this word and everything that I'm saying and see your life as a reflection of what comes through, because there are messages here to help you evolve, heal, and grow. Let's get started. Let's just settle into where we are sitting. Take a deep breath. Release. When we come to you with the word joy, of course, everyone wants more joy in their life. Of course, that seems like such a simple thing for us to ask you what brings you pleasure. What do you like to do? What are the small things that light up your smile? If it were only so simple to receive joy in every moment, wouldn't the world be a much better place? So you may be asking, how do I embody more joy in my life? We would like to give you some ideas. If you think of yourself as many different characters, let's pretend you have hundreds of different little yous running around inside of you, representing many different emotions. If joy is one of those emotions and feelings inside of you, and every time you try to grab Joy's hand and play for the day, and you want to be best friends, you notice that you can't get too close to Joy because there are some other characters standing in between you. What if every time you went to grab Joy's hand, you also had two characters that came along with it, which were trepidation, fear, anxiety. And those two characters would always stand between you and joy. But you want to know how. How do I get past my anxiety, my fear, my doubt, my insecurities, to allow myself to experience joy in my life? Maybe you really do desire to show up daily doing the thing that brings you joy. What if the thing that brings you joy is being with animals, and you want to work with animals, but you are afraid to do that because of the uncertainty that it will bring? So now it's you, uncertainty, anxiety, fear. Oh, then there's joy at the end of that chain of hands that you're holding. We have to process the emotions that stand between us and the joy that we desire in our life, so we can work through them to release them, so we can then be with joy in the moments that we desire. And right now, the collective of humanity is going through a huge release. Every one of you who's watching this video may be facing release and letting go of things in your life in many different ways. We're letting go of behavioral patterns that may have served a purpose at one time in our life, but now is holding us back from experiencing more joy. We're letting go of dynamics in relationships that come between the joy and love that we want to experience in those relationships. Let me give you some examples of dynamics that we are letting go of. What if you desire to be with a partner who sees life the way that you do, who has the same beliefs, who loves to do the same things you love to do? If you love to dance, but your partner hates to dance and you never get to go out and dance, and you are fearful of going out dancing without your partner because all that fear and anxiety that comes between you and your joy. These are the dynamics in the relationship that keep you there, that don't allow you to go beyond what you would like to experience because of the fear and the uncertainty. So you stay where you are because what you have in front of you is the known, and you would rather stay with what is known than what is unknown. So you tell yourself and you start to believe that what you have right in front of you is safer, it's more secure, and you give up your joy to be in a more safe, secure place, even though the more safe, secure place is bringing you the opposite of joy. And that is an internal struggle. It doesn't always mean you need to leave the partner you're with, but it will take some courage to work through and process your emotions that you are not sharing with your partner. Because maybe your partner also wants you to go out dancing on your own so they can go do the things that they love to do that you don't like to do. So right now, think of what brings you joy in your life. How many things are standing in between you? Name those things. If it's fear, if it's uncertainty, if it's lack of confidence, maybe it's lack of an education. Maybe you are excited about a new career, but you know that you need to take some courses so you can be certified, and you stop yourself because you think it's too much and you can't do it. We are encouraging you to see the thing in front of you that is stopping you from experiencing the joy. Maybe you are feeling like you don't deserve it because that's what you have been taught. And now it's time to dig a little deeper and build your belief system. But in all of these things that we're telling you, the work is not in doing right now so much as releasing. So in every step that you need to take to get closer to your joy, you will need to release the blockages that are coming between you and the joy. And these are mental. They're mental that create the physical. So think of what needs to be released. Ask the universe to help you let it go. Some of these things we cannot speak of. We don't have a safe space or someone we trust. So an exercise in helping you release that is to write down the things you can't say, the things that you really wish that you could express, that you don't feel comfortable telling to people. Write it down, throw it away, shred it, burn it, and that gets the energy moving. Everyone has the ability to experience joy. It's free. It's free. It's going to cost you some excavating in your inner workings, getting in touch with your feelings and emotions and your beliefs. But how many times do we walk outside and see a cute puppy and that brings us joy? How many times do we go outside when the snow is falling and we see how gorgeous everything's covered in white and that brings us joy? Or a smile from a stranger when we need it. Also start to think of the ways that you give joy in life, because what you give is always going to come back to you. If you are giving smiles, not everyone's going to smile back at you, but that joy will be returned to you. If you are giving love, that love will be returned to you. If you are giving anger, fighting, hatred, and strife, that will be returned back to you. So pay attention to the energy that you are giving to other people. because that is what you will experience in return. I think that is all that we have for the subject of joy today. If you would like some help in a deeper reading to discover what's standing between you and your joy, because sometimes these things are shadows and we cannot discover them as easily on our own, I am here to offer you assistance with an intuitive reading so we can uncover those things to help you release them. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you soon on my Pick a Card Oracle card reading. And I'm so glad you came today.